Hello, hello. Welcome to With Wisdom Year 2. Woo! And I am joined by lovely Sam on our episode today. How are you, Sam?
I'm fine, Gabby, and enjoying the great weather over here in London.
Oh, well, it's a little bit miserable here in Germany, but I'm hoping that we'll get some of that spring sunshine back that we had a couple of weeks ago. So,
Yeah.
Sam, second year. Would you
Yeah.
believe that we have done, 52 videos, one a week for a year, plus a number of shorts as well? I
Hmm.
mean, did you ever think that this was going to be, a year when we first started last April?
Hmm. No, I mean it has been quite a journey for me to keep it up the whole year
Mm,
with commitment and engagement we have had, and also recording and sharing all what is in our hearts and is present in
mm,
each month. So I didn't think much when we started if we will complete or not the year, and I kind of like it how it evolved because it has taken body and form, and
mm,
I was actually today watching one of our first interview, which was with Caro. And
mm.
it was so beautiful to go back and see ourselves back then, and welcome in April with Carol's
Yes.
interview, and see and reviving and reliving all the amazing people we have had over to the conversations, and wishing them many people can enjoy all the beautiful human beings that has been in this platform.
Mm. So there is definitely that range of people that we have
Mm.
interviewed. I really felt that, Sam, that there is something around. I think we've cast this kind of very wide net in the somatic world and kind of pulled in some beautiful kind of fish as we've cast our net out who've been willing to come and share the work that they do. And each of them so different,
Mhm.
but so rich in experience and so rich in wisdom that they have shared. So I absolutely, I'm with you, Sam. I'm going to go back and rewatch some of those videos. And I think maybe we should put that out to our community. There was a little tab on our page on YouTube when you can just go to, actually, Sam, remind me, what's the name of the tab?
It's a playlist. So we have
Playlist,
everything
that's it.
arranged into playlist, and for the
Yeah.
conversations we have completely one apart. So you cannot, you don't need to go through each season or each
Mm,
season to find the interviews. They are all gathered in the same playlist. And I
mm,
think something like seasonal interviews or whatever, or conversations,
mm,
and you can enjoy them. I mean, not only the interviews, what all the wisdom we have shared, the wisdom, the creativity, the beauty, the inspiration, share all over the year. And we complete a cycle and a circle. And this April, although it's again April, it's also quite different April, like the one last year,
mm.
right? So
The
we
world
are
has
also different
changed.
people. Yeah.
We are different people. There's been things that have happened in my life, in your life, that have shaped us and formed us as we enter into this new year of with wisdom.
And do you
Which I
have something
love.
to share about that, Gabby? How are you different this
How
April?
am I different? I think that I have been so excited about my writing and
Mm-hmm.
my poetry, and when I went away to Spain and I presented. I mean, it was just like I feel a sense of an incredible well of creativity in me, and I'm hoping that I'm projecting that to the world around. Yeah. What
Mm.
about you, Sam? What's changed for you?
Wow, I'm sensing that the kind of communities I have been growing into, and I'm focusing my energy into have become a beacon of light in my life, and
Mm.
also a web of commonality and
Mm.
shelter through this. maybe winds of change we are living, that this month of April remind us of the winds that can be sometimes stormy, but also bringing clearance. So all my like the trees. So all the trees I am surrounded with, and our network of roots, it's been
Mm,
a source of joy for myself.
mm.
Yeah.
I think I also would say that I feel now this year there's a kind of like a this is very difficult to say. I kind of I'm sensing this um everything falling into place. You know, I've talked about my lovely boy and things that are kind of resolving for him, and you know, I feel that my footsteps are much firmer and very kind of, you know, this is me, this is who I am. This is the wisdom I'm sharing with the world, and my I know that my life touches and my work touches many other people, which gives me it gives me sort of solace as well that I'm not one on my own. I'm one of many in the work that I do with, Chinese medicine, with qigong, with my own learning, with poetry, with my own writing world. Those communities, like you shared about my communities, are very much enriching me.
Yeah.
Mm,
Oh, that's beautiful, Gabby. Yeah, and sensing that, and also sensing the vital role of water in my life,
mm,
through my journey in swimming and getting acquainted with the
mm,
water element and the encounter with it, not from fear, but from feeling envelope and feeling the lightness of my body to the water, and
mm,
and the flow state that I can achieve in there, but also the long walks along the Thames, and
mm,
together with group of people reminding this water that is running through all our lives, and my
mm,
life too, and the creation now in the groups where we are binding books and crafting books and using our hands to create beauty, and reminding
mm.
us that
I
what
love that
what
you
connect
I love that
us.
you pick up the element of water because what's really kind of being very clear to me is that
Mhm.
I've kind of connected the dots between my science background and my engineering background with the oil and water, that actually it's finding the connections and finding the bridges. And I think that piece, my goodness me, in this world of turmoil as we enter into this second year, the need to find the bridges, yeah, to find the bridges is a bit like you and your common ground, but there's something around. I can just have this picture of, you know, let's meet on the bridge.
Mm,
Let's meet on the bridge and share what's special about you in terms of being oil, and this what's special about you in terms of being water, and how can we create something really wonderful together.
mm,
And even when you think about, you know, when we do cooking, making a salad dressing. You know, you put oil and a other liquid, maybe vinegar or lemon juice or something together, and you give it a shake, and then it makes everything else come alive. So I feel very much maybe that's something there that's new about me over this year. So I'm
wow.
going to go into what is Sam? What's sorry, Sam? What is April now bringing to you? What's coming up for you?
Well, I have been thinking about wind and the winds of
Mm,
change, no, and this changing weather, no, that on one side that the sunshine, the flowers, the beauty. I was walking outside yesterday and marveling at the all the trees and the flowers are in there, the magnolias and the different colors. And today is quite gray and windy, so it's part of the of this being born, no? Being born is
mm,
or coming out into the world. It has this mix of warmth and joy and hope and looking up to what is new and what is coming. No, we are entering a new. round of our with wisdom,
Mm.
with different projects, ambitions, and things we want to do together. And on the same time, you strengthen or these winds of change or this gray weather, it's also an opportunity. It sometimes brings me down and think, oh, it was so nice and I was enjoying the outside weather. But it's also an opportunity to train the inner strengths of these visions and what we want
Mm.
to achieve. And it's like when you're a kid, no, you're new into the world, and you have we say no, the terrible two, the terrible second year
Yes.
of life, where you
Yes. Yes.
just you have all this like frustration and no, it's kind of this energy like you encounter the limitations of life. It's not
Mm.
always rain, sunshine and party like or colors, but there's also limits and things that
Mm.
seems constraints, but helps you to shape and to strengthen your growth. So that's what April is bringing, besides clearance, no, and having the word clearance. So winds, they help to clear out the landscape and
Mm.
also mix seeds, because they can bring seeds that otherwise would not go in those places. They may go to different places because of the wind.
Mm. That
So it's
wind.
also
Yes.
it's a carrier of hope, of new seeds, also sometimes dirt and this kind of what is life about. That's what is
Mm.
alive for me in the months of April or beginning this April.
There's a huge amount of movement. When you were talking, I can really feel like that movement in the air, and there's a sort of sometimes there might be more of a gentle breeze, and then there might be a real kind of gust that will almost take your breath away,
Yeah.
um, which can support us or can knock us off our feet a little bit.
Mm.
And that wind, I think, it's really kind of, I think it's in my life, right in my nose right now, as I keep on sneezing, as something has irritated my nose. So excuse me, anybody who's watching thinking, what is going on with that woman? So the wind has got into my nose right now. So I think I have very similar things. There's something around the, the changing weather and also a little bit of wariness. I think maybe what's coming up for me, there's a little bit of just take care as we go
Mm.
into this April. There's a
Mm-hmm.
little warning. Don't be fooled by that lovely sunshine. In fact, I've got the sun streaming in right from me right now. But
Mm.
not that long ago, it was pouring with rain. There's a kind of be on your guard. There's a little bit of that for
Mm-hmm.
right now, and it's not necessarily every April, but as we're going into this April, be on your guard. Look after yourself because those winds are there. Is a natural part of the season. And from a gardening perspective, those winds can topple small plants and shrubs that you've got in your garden, or if you're growing seeds,
Mm-hmm.
they can just get flattened by a gust of wind. So protect. There's a little bit about protect and kind of just protect and be quick to resource yourself. So
Mm-hmm.
whether that's being very practical and carrying an umbrella with you,
Mm-hmm.
or thinking, actually, I might need a little bit more time because spring energy is like that wind. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And it can kind of take us a little bit, it can knock us off our feet from time to time because it's so much. And like, I want to be out in the light and the blossoms, and I want to absorb all that. But actually, we might need a little bit of quiet time as well,
Mm-hmm.
that transition from winter into spring. Just watch yourself and look after yourself. That's what's
Mm.
coming up for me. But there's
Mm.
also the wind, definitely does something really important. It makes us really focus on our roots
Mm-hmm.
and actually putting down very strong roots. If you're growing anything in your garden, practically in your life as a new project, the rooting bit is key. Yeah,
Yeah.
because if we put down strong roots, then the resulting fruit when it comes is going to be good.
Mm-hmm.
And I think there's something about what we're planning to do this year, which is to do a writing project together.
Mm-hmm.
There is something about us now at this time in April putting down some strong roots, maybe us chatting about working practices, how we're going to share our writing, kind of like the rules of engagement about doing a collaborative piece of writing. And because
Mm-hmm.
I haven't written in this way before, and have you written in this way before?
With someone, no, I mean not I mean with people, yeah, but my own projects, but not
Yes,
like two four hands book.
yes. So this is, oh, I love that. A four hands book. So Sam, there's something around us making sure that we have that time to put down the strong roots so that
Yeah.
or the writing won't be hampered by any kind of what's the word? I was going to write the word. Um, lack of kind of communication or lack of understanding between the two of us
Mm.
about where what is it where we're going to go to. So it might be even things down to practical things like structure and timings and
Mm-hmm.
those, how do we share our work with each other, are we going to have a shared kind of writing page that we can go into, and
Mm-hmm.
that's exciting. It's
Yeah.
exciting that we can do that.
Yeah, yeah, Gabby, that's I think that is exciting, and it's exactly what is this kind of energy of a spring, no? Is having the vision
Mm,
and having a project or having
yeah.
the creativity, so that can be kind of airy, so in
Mm,
the air, and how to bring it
mm,
to the earth, no, with the roots and the container,
mm,
and again coming back to when one is born, is kind of this, no, to create a container that this newborn can be free to unfold and unravel as it should be, but in a safe
mm,
space, and safe space requires limits and good communication and agreement,
yes.
and having a solid foundation that they really can flourish
Mm,
and ripen, no? So yeah,
yeah.
I think it's quite uh, well, it's the beauty of being every more and more in sync to the energy and the moving of the seasons, because it's not by it's not like it's quite synchronic that we are starting this project after 1 year together, but exactly now in April we have, I feel, the kind of course we need to talk expressly of what how we are going to collaborate in the book, but through the years we have been working together, because it's already almost of 4 years that we have tried to or did several
Mm,
kind of projects. It has also laid a foundation in our understanding and seeing our differences, but also appreciating the common points and meeting in the bridge, like you were
yes, we're
saying,
definitely meeting on the bridge.
and yeah, so it has taken time for years to have this foundation, but makes me I feel safe and secure that I can bring it forward with you together, such an adventure that might not
Mm,
be, I mean, it's an adventure that is not quite, there's differences, no? English is my mother tongue and it's not your mother tongue. And
no.
so this kind of, yeah, different
But I think that there
playgrounds.
should be some Spanish in this book. I think, actually, I really do. I really truly feel that there should be a sharing of language, and there'll be parts of this book that maybe some people might be able to access in a different way because
Mm,
their mother tongue is Spanish. And I think actually that is something that I think is really powerful, that
mm,
there's each person who will read the book will have a different, obviously that every reader has a different experience anyway,
mm,
but there
mm,
is something that's going to be quite unique about our book. Now, without giving anything away about the title or necessarily the content, Sam, let's go time traveling. Let's
mhm.
time travel to
Uh-huh.
April 2027. We have spent
Oh,
And we have spent a year working on this book and it is ready for publication of some kind. Yeah. What are you feeling a
yeah.
year away, Sam, as you hold that manuscript in your hands?
Hmm. Well, I feel when I picture myself in that situation and having the book in our hands and have been going through this process, um, I feel a sense of achievement in the sense not only a personal achievement. It's like we have been speaking here about wisdom, the wisdom we draw on from, but also the legacy we envision. And for me, this podcast, but also having a material, so a book from coming out from this way of collaborating. It's the kind of legacy I envision living into the world. That is not only, I mean, a book or a guidance or something, a delivery of wisdom, but it's the testimonial that one can collaborate with openness, respect, empathy,
Mm.
um, diversity, that we can find in a book or in a podcast, the coming together of different worlds and different perspectives, and find how they can together create beauty and a better world for all of us. So that's
Mm.
when I picture myself 1 year from now, it's a sunshine that is coming from our beautiful friendship and business collaboration, that it's a gift to us and to the world.
Mm.
Yeah. And what about you, Gabby?
So I'm holding this book in my hand and I'm kind of really sensing into the hard work that has gone into it. You know, there is the perseverance and persistence in turning up to create something really beautiful that will move and guide and support people in many, many different ways. And as I'm holding it, I'm really looking forward to our online book launch. Because obviously we are in different countries, we would very much like to have in person, and actually that might be happening anyway when we've been invited to a couple of book fairs to
Mm,
share our work. And so there's opportunities for us to meet and talk in person and read our book together, but definitely online. And in the online community event that are hosting, we are drawing in many people who might be tuning into our podcast. There may be people who may be joining who are our friends and family, people we've trained with, maybe some of our own personal teachers will be joining as well to support us.
mm,
Um, and that kind of group of people who are people who want a better future.
mhm,
They are people who are day to day waking up with hope in their heart and a desire to do better. And who better to be surrounded by than those people?
mm,
Because by giving their support to us in the launch of our book, we are also giving them support in the work that they're doing out in the world every day with every interaction they have in their communities. And that
Gabby, we lost you for a while.
kind of fear,
Yeah, sorry, Gabby, we lost you
I
for a while. There was like a freezing for a moment. So if you
freezing.
could yeah.
Where did I freeze at? Which
It,
point
it's
did I
still
freeze?
it's before doing this movement. I don't know what you were telling, that these people
Yeah,
are waking up every day with
and
doing their work and
doing their work and moving forward.
mm,
And as I said that, I felt a sense of responsibility, a little bit of. So it
mm,
actually was here, and responsibility doesn't usually, for me, start in my heart, but there was maybe it's that kind of real, like I was really feeling that connection with these people that I want to be there to support them. So I think that's why it was here.
mm.
Yeah. So I was thinking, well, this is actually really powerful what we're doing. We are one book in a book of millions around the
Mm,
world. But if
mm.
that one book can change a few people's lives, then it's a bit like the butterfly effect. I think it will support many. It will support many.
Yeah, I mean it's I was listening today someone saying that it's a great gift when we share ourselves to the world,
Mm, mm,
because maybe it depends. I don't know. We don't know, but it might not impact everybody, and not everyone will understand our message. But for some people, it will make sense and will help them to understand their own map of the world,
yes,
or their own
yeah.
landscape, and it will and it's certain for me. There has been books I have read that helped me through my journey, and through the moments where the path feels kind of dark or difficult to tell which direction. And I think we are in the moments in the world which is difficult to tell for each of us, and as a collective, how it will everything develop. But daring, I think even daring into these times to coming out into the world with our podcast, with a book, and keep sharing and keep giving and keep yeah, sharing and calling into people that might feel the the willingness to create and to live in a different world and reality. It's a marvelous thing to do, especially in times where many things seems to be destroyed and
Mm,
going undone.
mm.
Yeah.
So we're going to be doing the doing up. We're doing the doing up rather than the undones. Or
Yeah.
we're in that doing up, we're creating something different. And I'm going to use the quote, Sam, that you used in your last video. You
Mm,
said, our lives begin in the everyday and stay in the everyday. And it's only in the everyday that we can begin to create truly great worlds, or something like that.
mhm.
But I think that's exactly what we are aiming to do, Sam, in our year ahead. But we're also going to have fun in our podcast. We're also going to have some new, possibly new, maybe some people from the past
Mm,
returning to be interviewed, because the same things happened for them. Their lives have changed, their direction may have shifted, and actually,
mhm.
in inviting them back, there'll be more joy and learning from them. But we are also casting our net a little wider. So, podcast people, do you know somebody who would be a worthy guest for With Wisdom for this year?
Mm,
Somebody with their roots in the somatic world in one way or another. You've seen the range of guests that we've had over the last year. We've had lecturers, we've had teachers, we've had
astrologers,
we've had
astrologers, people
astrologers.
people
Yes,
working.
we've had leadership coaches. We've
Yeah.
had systemic people who work in the systemic
Death
leadership world,
doulas, people
death doulas. We've
people in the
had
tantric world.
tantric world. Yes, so I mean we've had a very broad range of people who have all been incredibly inspiring, and we
Mm,
know that there are other people out there who would maybe enjoy coming on to With Wisdom and being interviewed by us. We're not
mm.
scary, are we, Sam?
I hope no, Gabby. That we don't scare people. Uh,
Yes. Maybe With Wisdom could also be named Warm and Welcoming.
mm,
Yeah,
mm,
another two W's, warm and welcoming, because actually, when we're warm and welcoming, then people are able to be feel that they're in that sort of place of safety,
mhm.
and then they're able to share some of those really rich kind of ideas with us.
Yeah, that had happened in the past, no? I think not only
Mm,
among us, but in the interviews, no? Some
mm,
people say they felt so comfortable that they even felt like in a conversation in our living room.
yes. Oh, so 1st of April,
Yeah.
the 1st of April, we are sharing our first video, Sam. with the world for our second year. How exciting is this?
Yeah, it's a beautiful uh, door to go through this second year,
Mm,
Kelly. So thank you very
mm.
much for your presence and your light and your sparkling joy through the year.
Thank you, Sam. I am so looking forward to working with you this year. Excited to embark on this new, oh, sending shivers down my back project. And yes, 2027 will not know what's hit it once we've get this out into the world.
Yeah.
Okay, time to say
So
goodbye.
yeah. So thank you very much. Yeah. We say goodbye for now.
We say goodbye for
And
now.
let's have fun in April also. Remember the invitation from the Coyote last time for me.
Yes.
It's also when times get tough, it's also good to get flexible and flowing through them with
Mm.
humor and laughter.
That lovely trickster. I remember that. Yes, the trickster that you pulled.
Yeah.
Exactly. Definitely. Holding on to that very much. So goodbye from me. That's goodbye from Gabby. That's myself. And
Goodbye from me from London, Sam, myself, and we hope you enjoy this chapter of this new chapter opening for us and for you in this second year of With Wisdom. And you like, subscribe, share, comment, and let us know where are you up to in this April 2026. So see you next time. This was With Wisdom, embodying energy, embracing seasons. Bye for now.
bye bye.